Look into my eyes. When you see me on a show, when you see these fans, you know you've got the best in the damn world.
This is the Wrestling Matters podcast where we stand up for professional wrestling.
Here we fucking go!
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change!
Professional wrestling! This is it! This is us standing up! Yes! 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 Yes!
That's 13-14!
Dina, I am the best in the world.
Cause that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold Simpson.
Welcome one, welcome all to another edition of the WCPW podcast, ladies and gents. Hope you guys are well in whatever it is you are doing. And yeah, it's another edition of WCPW, the last WCPW Loaded show going into Refuse to Lose, which will be on iPay-per-view as I'm doing this right now, this Thursday, October 6th. So if you can get it. If not, I would imagine it will be on YouTube at some point anyway. So that's why I'm holding out for it. And you never know, I might enjoy it. So it kicked off with Drew Galloway planning on taking the WCPW title, which was the main event. He wrestles Joseph Connors in the match in the main event. Alex Windsor and Nixon Newell in a triple threat match for the women's title to kick off the show were met by a former WWE and TNA superstar, Katarina Leigh, better known to you as Katie Lee Burchill, as Windsor, I believe it is, in TNA or something, I don't know, but the superstar is here in WCPW. And it was a great triple threat match, back and forth stuff, very even from all three women, and it was a great start to the show, and Nixon beat Lee, started off fast, kicked it off fast, and Lee ended up winning it. Nixon Newell ended up winning it to retain the championship by pinning Alex Windsor, shutting her up for the time being at least. And Banks runs into the office and tells the GM what to do. A kid promo saying for the fans not to let him, not believing him with his little shindig with him and flaming Prince Amin, which is quite frankly stupid. Prospect in their Mexican attire, since they're supposedly suspended, winning a triple red tag team match against Tyler Bate and Trent Severin, which are known as Moustache Mountain, and Slater and Moss. Liam Slater and Big Johnny Moss, the guy who makes Taz look good. I'll get to that in a second. Some great wrestling to start off between Bate and Slater. Moss and Severin go toe-to-toe, which is a match I would actually like to see, quite frankly. Gracie, the Gracie member of Prospect, comes in while them two are facing each other and just tries to be an idiot. And Alex Shane is retarded on commentary. I like to see him be, saying, oh yeah, these are Mexican wrestlers, which clearly they're not. They are Prospect, just dressed up as Mexican wrestlers. I like to see him say that when he's with Jim Cornette and Jim Ross on Refuse to Lose. But anyway, chaos ensues, and probably the highlight of the match for me was seeing Johnny Moss do a flip dive. Johnny Moss is a suplex machine, and this guy makes Taz look good, or makes Taz look like something out of Toys R Us. This guy can throw suplex. He is a wrestling machine, and for some strange reason, Prospect win the match, and I think Johnny Moss re-injured his arm, which kept him out of stat the last big WCPW show. Alberto El Patron and El Ligero face off, then Travis Banks comes in and announces it will be a three-way match for the Internet Championship at Refuse to Lose, and Banks gets a bit disrespectful with El Patron, Alberto Del Rio, whatever you want to call him, and then kicks off. Patron attacks him and stands up for himself, basically. Primate continues his weeks of chasing Jack the Jobber, and then Jack ends up in the ring, and manages to get away, Primate, and then Primate turns around and spears Simon Miller. Just lays out Simon Miller for what reason, I don't know, but he just laid him out, no doubt. And in a way, it was kind of funny, but obviously he could take that punishment because apparently Mr. Simon Miller has been training for in Al Snow's gym, if you will, the training school that he has. So he could probably take that punishment, if you will. But it all led to Joe Hendry coming out and challenging him to a match, saving Jack the Jobber's rear end, and Henry looking for a match just to warm himself up for Kurt Angle that refused to lose, and he starts fast against Primate, and then Primate takes control. Primate looking for the victory, very dominant in the match, and then Joe overcomes Susie Kennedy's little interference and manages to get the victory. And then after the match, Primate just raises hell, just completely and utterly raises hell. after the match. And then it led on to the main event, the WCPW Championship involving Drew Galloway and Joseph Connors. Drew's fast out the blocks. He wanted revenge for what happened last week when Connors attacked him or cheap shotted him and then bammed his head against the rope, wall or cupboard or whatever the heck it was, almost causing a concussion. It's a fight because it ends up going at the stage. It was a great match. Connors will not quit. There was times where I thought Drew Galloway would have had him, but Connors just will not quit. Connors beats Drew with his finishing move, and then Connors cuts a promo after the match, and then Kirby gets in the ring and comes face to face. They both end up fighting, and Kirby hits the Sable Bomb, as he calls it. Why he calls it a Sable Bomb, I don't know, but he calls it a Sable Bomb. And it all leads to Refuse to Lose. And like I said, that match was a great match. It's a shame Galloway didn't win, actually, because I thought they would have put the title. I think they will put the title on him eventually and have him do what he did with the ICW title. Have him go on for a year, because he plans on taking, in the promo that he did at the beginning of the show, he plans on taking WCPW and putting them on the map. And he has a history of doing that. ICW, Evolve, and the list goes on and on. I would say TNA, but TNA are on their last legs at the moment, so anyway. And that about wraps it up for the podcast, guys. That's pretty much all I can say. Very good show from WCPW. I'm very much looking forward to seeing Refuse to Lose. Hopefully it'll be on the internet next week on their website, their YouTube channel, What Culture Wrestling, or What Culture WWE. I believe it's What Culture Wrestling, so be sure to check that out as well. Next week, same time, probably about 8 o'clock or maybe 7 o'clock, depending on how it is. And either way, I will be watching it, checking it out. Hopefully it'll be on. And it'll be smart to put it on anyway, considering the day before it's going to be on like iPay-per-view and probably recorded, so it'll be easy just to get it out the way and stick it on there as well. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. Hopefully it'll be on. I'll be looking for that during the week on their websites and What Culture sites and Twitter pages and all that. And if it's on next week, I will be back next week to review it. So with that being said, guys, check out the new episode of the Wrestling Matters podcast while you're at, on this channel, WCPW podcast, exclusive to SoundCloud and the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AJW Wrestling Matters. I am Anthony Walker. All the credit in the world to WCPW. They're doing a good job and they seem to know what they're doing. Keep up the good work, guys, and I'll see you next time here on the WCPW podcast, presented by Wrestling Matters and yours truly, Anthony Walker. Till next time, peace out.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change!
Professional wrestling! This is it! This is us standing up!
Yes! 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 Yes!
That's 13-14!
Dina, I am the best in the world.
Cause that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold said so.